Every night, for 30 years, an old man walked to the edge of town and hung a single lantern on an old stone bridge. No one asked him to. No one paid him. And for most of those 30 years, no one even noticed. This is a story about what happens when someone finally did. There was once a man that nobody noticed. He lived where the last cobblestone gave way to soft mud, where the town's light barely reached. His house was small. His garden was wild. He had no family that anyone knew of, no trade, no title. Children dared each other to knock on his door. Market sellers never called to him. He was the kind of person a town builds itself around without ever truly seeing. But every evening, at the same hour, he did the same thing. He walked to the old stone bridge. He hung the lantern on the iron hook above the water. He stood there for a moment, just a moment, and then he went home. He never explained it. He was never asked. Then one autumn, a storm came that the village would not forget. It was the kind of storm that makes you forget the world has ever been calm. Rain fell sideways. The bridge groaned under the weight of the wind. The river swelled beneath it, black and furious. And still, the old man walked out into the dark. His neighbor, a young woman named Sera, watched from her window. She pressed her face to the glass and thought, "He will drown out there." But she didn't stop him. No one ever stopped him. An hour later, Sera heard voices. She opened her door to find a man, soaking wet, half collapsed at her gate, a traveler, lost in the storm, who had seen a light on the bridge and followed it back to safety. Behind him, 3 more, a family, a child wrapped in a coat too large for her small body. The old man stood behind them, quiet as always. "The bridge holds," he said. "Go inside. Get warm." And then he went home. The next morning, Sera did what the whole village had been too proud to do for 30 years. She knocked on his door. She sat down, and she asked, "Why do you do it? Every night, even when no one is coming?" He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "Because I was once the person in the storm, and there was no light on that bridge. And I nearly didn't make it. I can't control the storm," he said, "but I can control the lantern." That evening, 2 lanterns hung over the bridge. By winter, there were 7. You may not be able to stop the storms in someone's life. You cannot calm the river. You cannot rebuild what the flood destroyed. You cannot carry another person's grief for them, or undo the years that hardened them, or rewrite the losses that made them who they are. But you can carry a light. You can show up quietly, without applause, without the promise of thanks, and say, "This way. I'm here. The road is passable." That is enough. That has always been enough.